Hi guys, this is Just One More, and I thought I'd make another video following up about the CRPS and a little bit about what my story is. My story started over 4 years ago, not just about, almost 4 years ago. September 16th, 2012. I was working in a coal mine, and like the old cliche says, stuck in a coal mine is pretty scary. Well, mine was a different sort of stuck. I don't work in an underground coal mine. I work in an above ground coal mine, and everything was going great. I mean, I was driving a water truck, keeping the dust down, could go at my own pace, and I had to fill up at this one water station, and when I went to fill up, there was no remote, so I had to climb down out of my truck and turn on a great big hose. Alright, well that kind of happens too, phone calls and stuff. But getting back to what happened with me is that I got stuck while I was turning off a water valve. The cribbing that the whole water pipe and everything that was bracing it kind of gave way, and my foot somehow slipped, and next thing I know, I was stuck. I mean, I wasn't just stuck a little bit, I was stuck that I couldn't put my foot out of there. I was pulling and trying to get it out and just going nuts. I had some work gloves on, and I automatically started digging around my foot thinking that'll help, and the more I dug, the more the cribbing settled. The next thing I know, my foot was in agonizing pain. Just ridiculous pain. I had to get it out of there. I'm looking around, I can't find anybody, and the next thing I know, hours have gone by. I'm getting pretty cold. I managed to shut the water valve off, but the area that I got trapped or fell on was starting to fill up with water. It was making me pretty cold, and I was around a lot of vegetation. For some reason that September there were still dandelions out, and there's the phone again. Just a second. Anyways, another phone call. I get quite a few phone calls, but not normally when I'm trying to do a vlog. I wonder how this actually sounds. I got the new setup, the microphone right there, and well, it's new to me, so hopefully it helps. Hopefully it doesn't come across like I'm shouting at you. But back to the story. I was there for like 2 hours and was freezing cold. And I started to notice everything around me. I was looking for anybody, any signs of life, any way I could pry my foot out, anything I could do. And then I noticed the deadliest thing. I saw bees coming by, and they were buzzing around me like I was some kind of new flower. And I'm allergic to bees. So this really started to make me panic. I again tried to dig my foot out, and again more weight came on top of it. And the next thing I know, it's 3 hours gone by. Then suddenly I hear somebody coming, and it's another fellow truck driver, and he sees me, and I wave frantically at him, but yet he thinks nothing of it. He thinks that I'm just messing around or something. He finally comes over and realizes that I'm really stuck and calls everyone and gets me rescued. And a long story short, I went to the emergency. I did all kinds of stuff like that. And it turns out that the doctor in the emergency just looked at me and said, "You're pretty lucky. You never broke any bones." I couldn't believe it. My foot was just aching. So I was pretty lucky. I went home and he said, "You're gonna wish you would have broke some bones." I'm like, "What?" "Yeah, the doctor says you're gonna wish you never broke, or you broke bones." So the next day, of course, my foot swelled up like a big balloon. And I was just like, what the heck? And obviously, in some sort of pain I can't even explain to people. And just crazy. I went on like this for months. I mean, I saw doctors on and off, and they all decided that maybe an air cast would be good. Maybe just a straight out slipper from the hospital, because my foot wouldn't fit in a regular shoe, might be okay. We tried all kinds of stuff. And the biggest thing around here is you got to be a little tough when you're a coal miner. And they say just use the rice method. Rest, ice, all that sort of thing. And I did. But the ice was agony. More agony than the burning pain I'm feeling. I just couldn't figure it out. I think months went by. Then I finally saw a surgeon that was having a look at my foot because it was getting a little bit floppy, for a better term of anything. It was like a great big flipper. And I got in trouble for using that term quite often in my rehabilitation. But it wasn't even like a part of me. Anyways, this doctor finally said, "You have RSD. And I'm not going to touch you because, maybe go look it up, but I really think you have some RSD in your foot, an ankle, and it's bad. You're going to want to stay off that foot and stop icing it." So that's what I did. I went home, tried to stay off my foot as much as I possibly could, and it didn't help. So then I went to find out and do some research that RSD was no longer called RSD, and it was called CRPS. Now, everybody out there that knows what CRPS is knows you don't want to have a dystrophy or, complex regional pain syndrome. Syndromes are just that. And I was a little bit freaked out. Stuff you find on the internet these days. So that became my journey. If anybody is having trouble with things, let me know. Or just ask questions on social media. Here's the McGill Pain Index, just for my mom. Thanks for watching.